There's yet another case of alleged misconduct and grooming by a female teacher toward a male student. Only this time there's two female teachers involved with the same student, allegedly, and the text messages are wild. I'm Melissa Andrews, a crime and investigative anchor. This happened in Arizona within the past couple of years, and it starts with this teacher. She is 47-year-old Angela Burlaka, and she is accused of masturbating and recording it while moaning this student's name. After the kid's grandma found out about these videos, she reported it to authorities, and that's where Haley Beck comes in. So Haley Beck is a 27-year-old teacher in the same school building. So after all this came out, Angela resigned and Haley Beck was unanimously fired. So the claim was that Beck was having sex with the same student as Angela was sexting and sending these inappropriate videos. A police report even states that the boy's mom knew that he was having sex with a teacher. And people had noticed that something appeared to be going on between Haley Beck and this student. Apparently, she gave him special treatment in class, did his homework, and falsely improved his grades and attendance records. According to police, she also paid him more than $600 and bought him food, alcohol, and drugs, calling herself his sugar mama. She also offered him oral sex. But the text messages really show, I think, not only obviously child abuse, but a huge lack of self-esteem on the part of Haley Beck. For example, she offered the student allegedly $5 in gas money for every time he gave her a compliment. The student gave her 5 compliments in June of 2025, so police say that she sent him $25 via Apple Pay. And in these text messages, it really appears that she is the one pursuing this student. In one instance, he referred to her as his sugar mommy, which she had called herself previously. And she said, "You better suck up right now because I cried myself to sleep last night because you didn't say love you back. I also decided I don't like the title of sugar mommy. It makes me feel used." She suggested that the student call her darling or doll instead of sugar mommy. Again, in June of 2025, she admitted, "If I cut you off from the money, benefit from all this, I really fear you would never speak to me." And the student says, "I don't know, we should try to find out." And she said, "Is that a threat? I think you would miss me just a little bit." And it's wild, these conversations. She's looking back on how they started their relationship and says it wasn't about the money. She said, "How did we get to this point back when you liked me for me and not my bank? You also sometimes like me for something that doesn't even require money." And he says, "Nah, whatever you was doing the other night with your tongue, don't let that get out your inventory for real. Keep that in your back pocket, ready to go." And then the text messages allude to Haley dating a police officer. So they're talking about, she says, "Okay, thank you. I really hope you're not trolling me, because weirdly, that is when I'd cut everything. Not like us being cool, just my physical and money services. So I just hope you aren't lying just to keep it." The student wrote back, "Nah, for sure. I mean, if I was 27 and had a boyfriend that was a cop while I'm breaking the law with my student, I'd probably be conservative with my services as well, but I don't know. I don't have any experience, just a thought." At one point in this relationship, in July of 2025, these two were talking about how they first met. And the student says that Haley was, quote, 1 billion% overweight when he was a sophomore, and that he wouldn't have considered hooking up with her at that time. And he said, "And now you look fire." The student also brought up an older teacher he was attracted to, saying that age is just a number. We believe that woman is Angela. And she says, "I mean, yeah, I guess, but even though our situation is still not right, at least we're closer in age. I don't like being compared to the older teacher." So right now, no charges have been filed against either Angela or Haley. Haley could be facing a charge of felony pandering, and Angela felony furnishing obscene materials to a minor for sending those explicit videos. But there's also a question of whether someone failed to mandatory report this. The police report states that the school's principal was aware that something was going on here, and that we know that the mother was aware of the allegations as well. According to the county attorney there in Arizona, anyone who works closely with children is required to call police or children's services immediately if they reasonably believe that the child is victim of abuse.